pose we're going to work on is Sarvangasana, also known as shoulder stand. This can be one of the most beneficial poses, not just physically, but also physiologically and emotionally. The name of this pose, Sarvangasana, does not mean shoulder stand, it means whole body pose, or all aspects pose, which is to say, this pose is beneficial to all aspects of the body, mind, and spirit. As you can see, we have these supports here. The stacking of the blankets, the arrangement of the mat, and the support and the wall. All these things are set up as a way to protect you and your neck. There are many other variations of this pose. Maybe you've seen other people doing this pose directly on the floor. And you'll understand once we get into the pose maybe why we use these supports, because it protects the neck and it protects the shoulders. So I'm going to ask Sarah to come on in. She's going to come to lying down on the supports. You can see her hips are on the bolster. She comes to lying down, taking her feet to the wall, and then she adjusts herself so her head is on the ground, and her shoulders are just a couple of inches away from this edge of these blankets that we've set up. And again, this stack of blankets is set up here as a way to keep you from overstretching the back of the neck. So as she lies here, she's going to roll her outer shoulders into the floor. She bends her legs, takes her feet to the wall, lift the hips up a little bit, and then rewraps those outer shoulders even more. The trick is to get as much of the flesh of the outer shoulders as you can underneath you, and then she's going to take her hands to her back, supporting her back with her hands. She pushes her feet into the wall and takes the tailbone, her hips a little bit more towards the center of the room. And now I'm going to ask Sarah to come to the tips of the toes. So we're getting closer to this more vertical stack. She pushes the tailbone in, pushing her hands into her back. And this is as far as we're going to go on this first variation. For some of you who have never done this pose, this is plenty for you to start in, just getting accustomed to the shape and the feeling of the pose. From here, I'm going to ask Sarah to take her hand from her back and just begin to walk her feet back down the wall, letting her hips rest.